Alrighty, on this episode of RevTalks, we're joined by Chris. How are you doing today, Chris?
Hey, good, Syed. Thanks for
Perfect.
having me.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for being on this episode of RevTalks. Can you give us a high-level overview of what you do at your company and what you're currently building?
I've been in sales about 7 years. I was with International Paper for 14 years, and for the past 3 years, I've been in packaging distribution sales for Associated Packaging. And as a seller, I've always been, even before sales, a continuous improvement green belt. I always looked for different ways to do things faster, more efficiently, better. And AI comes along and it's like, hey, here's all these awesome tools that you can take advantage of or not. And so I'm a big believer in sales specifically, taking advantage of those tools to gain back some of that time. And basically, my journey with AI tools and building started. I mean, I always did the note takers, Otter, Read, Fireflies as long as they've been around, because now I'm not looking down typing notes. I'm not writing notes. I don't have 4 pages after. I can actually speak to my audience and have a conversation. And then I know that the transcript and everything after is captured. I can reference later. Now AI has made it so easy to pick that and have an automatic follow-up email, an automatic collaborative, very industry specific focused meeting summary that references my ICP and brings them along in the deal process. And back in probably October, November last year, I started playing with skills with Claude Cowork, and building project folders in Claude with templates and skills, and automating a lot of things that I was manually doing on my sales journey. And for API, I'm a strategic account. So I work with other API reps across the country at different local customer locations that are a part of my account base, but I partner with a local rep. And I kind of facilitate the call and the project and implementation of a program. And my partner reps across the country would call me after and go, "How are you doing this?" Like, so, so it's been really fun to help others figure out how to make use of the tools and prep docs, follow up docs, proposals, that kind of thing. That's kind of where I'm at today.
Yeah,
I've launched my own company called Ops Ally, and an Ops Ally is a really kind of an amalgamation of all those tools that I was using individually: AI note taker, knowledge base, automated document generation, and follow up emails. And so that's where I'm at today, and it's helped me and some others be really successful in earning back our time so we can go get more customers.
yeah. One of the most amazing things that I've found out with AI and working with different business owners is that it really gives the founder the control that they gives the founder the control that they need and deserve, instead of letting things like fizzle off in employees and management roles. It gives the founder and the CEO and the person that is carrying the business's vision back control into their own hands. Uh, and I'm curious to hear, Chris, can you, for the people watching and hearing, can you simplify your company in a few lines? Just give a high level overview, like the product that you're selling, right, and who you're selling to.
Yeah, so Ops Ally AI is a note taker that calls on a knowledge base of your company overview, products and services, ICP, competitive landscape, sales playbook, takes your calls, it auto joins your meetings, takes your call transcripts, marries it up with your knowledge base to give you a number of automated on brand branded documents that you kind of build the presets, which documents you want right after the call. It also scores you
Okay.
as a seller. So it's going to give you a sales scorecard with a deal playbook that will walk you right toward the closing table. If you do these things based on what I know you're trying to accomplish, AI being AI knows what you're trying to accomplish. Here's what you guys said: do these things and you're going to get to the closing table, or at least the
Yeah.
next step in the sales process.
One of the things that comes to my mind as soon as you mentioned that, because now that you're telling me that you're starting a new company or this is a new venture, aside from the packaging company that you have been doing, how is this different from something like Fathom and competing with Author and some of these massive companies that are also heading in the same direction? What makes you guys separate, and why would I want to go with you guys?
We can start with onboarding a whole sales team in one day, and our dashboard and team closures seats per month are going to be much more reasonable. So whereas Gong, I'm not trying to compete with a $7 billion sales coaching, read and reference sales snippets in the call and record the video for a sales leader to come back and sit over your shoulder and walk through it. I'm not trying to replace that. I'm trying to help sales pros like me be a lot more efficient and eliminate the admin. So Fathom, the Fireflies, Read, Otter, those are some I've used, and that's where I started. The next step, which maybe they get to, is loading a knowledge base so that the outputs and then creating automated outputs on brand. Those
Hmm.
are the two iterations I've put together that the others haven't gotten to yet.
Very nice.
They
Is
may
this something
copy me
that you're
next week.
sorry, you cut out?
They may copy me next week.
That's the thing with AI, right? The speed to execution is very fast now. You just need to have an idea and you need to have a couple of cloud code terminals open and you can build anything. As far as is it ready to go to production, that's another question.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to hear, Chris, are you building this yourself or do you have like a CTO or a team of developers or engineers that's helping you with this? What's kind of like the team looking like for this project?
So I have a couple AI agents that are a part of the team that do things for me in the back end and while I sleep and while I work and sell packaging. But
Amazing.
the building of it has been done with Claude Code and Lovable and Resend and Recall.ai and Porkbun and Sentry and a number of tools that help to run the business. And it's been put together over 6 months on nights and weekends. Oh, and I have 4 kids and we do all the sports. So some
Amazing.
of it is to the detriment of my family time, but I think it's at a point now where it's kind of on a maintenance. I've got GitHub versioning in the back of everything and very little breaks so far. I consulted
Chris,
with some really high level engineers, software coding engineers that told me how you've done this is exactly what the really good engineers are doing now. And so
that's good to hear.
I'm pretty confident. Yeah,
Chris,
uh,
if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
38 years old.
Very nice. And how long have you been in business for?
Well, we launched Ally officially public about 3 months ago. Let's see.
So you've only been in business. This is your first 3 months in business, like not this specific business, like just your business journey in general.
When I was 13, I had a lawn business. I had my mom drop me off in a minivan to cut 12 yards a week in my grandpa's neighborhood. And she picked me up 4 or 5 hours later. They're small yards, but it was about $400 a week when I was 12 years old. It's fantastic. 12, 13. And then, as I got a vehicle and friends with trucks and trailers before my license, I partnered up and we grew that to 50 ones a week. And then over the years, I've had different businesses. I got my master's MBA. I wrote my capstone plan on my wife's business doing embroidery, and she ran that successfully for a few years until we sold it. I started a pressure washing company, built that up over 4 years and sold it. There's always been building, selling, doing different things.
And we're living in the most exciting time of anyone's lives right now with this new
Oh
generation of
man,
AI.
it's incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, well, I've built probably 5 things in Lovable that are just incredible. It's like somebody said, I read a Reddit on some automated trading platform. I was like, I want to do that. I tied it to my Schwab account, built it in Lovable, put a bunch of rules in, got the Schwab API developer console, loaded it up, and I can trade them on my own platform in Schwab now on my phone.
Nice. One of the questions I've been asking for anyone that's been in business for like, let's just say over 15 or 20 years is that how has AI reignited the fire, the entrepreneurial fire inside of you as it's come out? Like, has it reignited the fire that you had when you were like 20 in your early 20s? Like, how's that feeling been?
That's a good question. I'll tell you what's really fun is like just all the conversations you can have. And people think like if I run in a circle on LinkedIn. You surround yourself with people you admire, you want to step up to, really influential leaders, and the conversations you can have with those people who think bigger. We think that because we're in that circle, everybody's doing it. It's 0.1% of the population that are building and doing things. There's so many out there that the most AI they've touched is they downloaded ChatGPT and they've asked it some questions on how do I do this in my house, recipe, whatever. And it's so powerful that It's exciting. The conversations you can have with others who have a big vision, like what's possible. And I've always been a believer. We don't have the word can't in my house. Never have when I was a kid. You say I'm having trouble with, you don't say I can't because there's nothing you can't do. And that's the way I'm raising my kids. If they want to do it, I will help them with resources to go do it.
Yeah, I love that, and that's something one of my mentors also told me. He said that I can't. It's not something that exists. It's either you don't want to or you don't know how to. So never say I can't. It's just you either don't have the resources or capability, or like you don't have the help that you need, or you don't know how to do it. So that's amazing.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now tell me, Chris, out of all the ventures that you're working in and all the different opportunities you have, all the different bets that you're placing on all of your businesses, right? From the packaging company to this Fathom competitor that you're building, not competitor, but like a solution for people that want
Yeah.
to record their calls and then map those against their knowledge bases and generate really nice documents and assets. What is something that where you think, what are some things that you need more help with, or what are some areas where you could potentially be like, oh, I need that, or hey, that's going to help me do X, Y, and Z. Like from like a solution oriented standpoint, where do you think you need more help in?
Yeah, part of an AI panel, and we talk about that. So I built the tools in Ops Ally out of things I was figuring out on my own in Claude and
Mhm.
Claude projects, skills, note taker, and different things I was doing to eliminate the admin work. My company has a CRM that's not so friendly. I built the CRM that has a lot of really cool automated tools that helps me stay really organized. So I'm saying that because I explore these tools, build these tools so that I can be successful with associated packaging. That's where my passion is helping customers in a packaging environment, helping them remove labor with automation, helping them with right sizing or optimizing or getting a better packaging solution for their business. So it feeds into their bottom line. That's where I get passionate is being on that warehouse floor and helping the light turn on, helping them see how to good to be in their operation so they can make their own next step of growth. Because if my customer wins, I win. So that's why I do those. In terms of where I need help, it's getting all of the leadership of these SMBs, even my own company, to understand all the options out there in AI and make some good, clear decisions on trying some tools. You're never going to get it exactly right on the first one, but try some tools. Enable your sales team, enable your people in ops with tools that make their job easier.
Chris, let me add a note on top of that. One of the things, because I've ran my own AI agency, and I've worked as a C-level executive at a big AI automation firm, and we talked to over like 700 business owners, right? SMBs, enterprises, and one of the main key findings that we found out was that in order for AI to properly be implemented in a company, from like an end-to-end solution where all the feedback loops in every single division are being closed, it's almost as if you have to reorganize the business itself and reorganize the departments and the structure of the departments. Like to give you an example, one of the key findings that I found with my AI agency was that after I was doing these audits for these companies, and I realized that I have to find that one or two people in each of the departments that actually hold the knowledge inside of that department. Like I don't want to talk to the 70% that do the
Mm-hmm.
manual work that AI can do. I need to go find the 1% that's been doing this for 15 years, that's controlling all these 20, 30 team members, and that knows like exactly what to say on that one specific call or what to say to that one prospect. That intuition, right? The person that has that, that's the person that you want to automate and encode their knowledge into like a series of agents and skills. And that's what I'm doing right now, encoding end-to-end business templates. And that's what my personal finding and realization was, is that when you just implement a tool or a specific workflow or AI system, that can only take you so far and actually even add more drag to the current operation, because now they have to work around that tool and work around that system. Whereas when you automate the entire department and like get rid of the 30% or 40% of people that are the drag and focus on the 40, 50% that hold all the knowledge, that have the intuition for that department, that understand, that have deep subject matter skills, right? And
Yeah.
those are the people that are going to succeed. And those are the people you want to automate and help build this new system around. And this was after like over like 150 failed implementations, over like 50 successful implementations. So it was a long journey the last year and a half for myself and for my company. And then as far as this inbox ref stuff goes, I met Patrick almost 2, 3 years ago, and he had this great idea where he was like, "Hey, he's doing this podcast with these business owners, and this is actually this is my first call. Like, this is my first conversation with one of the
That's awesome.
business owner."
Yeah, I'm glad to
And
do it with you, Syed.
huh?
I'm glad I'm doing it with you, man. That's
I
awesome.
appreciate that. I appreciate that, Chris. Likewise. And he had this great idea where he was doing these podcasts with these business owners for like 15, 20 minutes and just having really fruitful conversations to kind of just getting the feedback loop running between like what's going on with business, what's going on with AI, right? Where's the future heading? And I was like, this is great. I wanna join in a couple of these. And now here we are.
Now, I hope and I bet, Patrick, and you guys you're smart guys, that you're taking these transcripts and logging them into a database like a Claude project folder so that you can generate some amazing output from that.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely. You know
so
what? You know what's something Chris, I don't know how much you do business in person or how much you meet in person, but there's actually a device you can buy. It's called Plaid, and it's a small device which records all of the conversations you have
I've got
in person.
I've got I ordered the Hay Pocket. Now, I don't have it yet. They're supposed to ship it to me in the next 2 to 3 days, but they're 3 weeks behind because I ordered it a month ago. But yeah, I've got some friends that have the Plod devices and I'm super interested in seeing how Hay Pocket is supposed to do the same thing. I like you don't pay for minutes on Hay Pocket, but you do on Plod. So
Great. I do have another call in a few minutes, but for the people watching, where can they find you on the internet? What's your company website and LinkedIn?
say that again. I
For the
missed
people watching, where can they find you on the internet? What's your company website and LinkedIn?
on LinkedIn. So well, you can go to my company website. Associatedpackaging.com is our
Okay.
packaging business I work with. And then my personal company that I founded is Ops Ally, OPSALLY .ai.
Okay. Can you
On Ops Ally,
drop
you can do a demo with me just right on the homepage.
Can you spell the new company website again? APP.
OPSALLY .ai.
Beautiful. Sales coaching your team will actually use. Beautiful. Oh, I see it now. You're
Yeah.
using
Well, thank you for your time, Syed. I appreciate you having me on and look forward to staying connected and talking more.
likewise. Thank you so much for your time, Chris. I'm sure Patrick will send some stuff over for you. And thank you for joining us on RevTalks today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.